Hi, welcome back to The Spotlight. I'm Rylan O'Connor.
And I'm Noah Raby.
When producing a show about art, an important question to ask is what is art? Well, here on The Spotlight, we are professional art consumers, and we've taken the liberty to define what is and what is not art.
What about fashion?
That's art.
Statues?
That's art.
A banana?
That's not art.
Well, what about this one?
That's art.
Say you go to a festival. A music festival.
I like where you're going with this.
And you slip and fall down in front of everyone.
Oh no.
And someone films it and puts it on the internet.
That's not art.
What if you add this sound effect?
That's art.
What else is art?
Movies, books, skateboarding, animation, music, food, that's art.
Oh, I see. Fashion, dancing, comedy, writing, editing, singing, that's art.
That's art.
Anything can be art if you do it artistically.
If you feel like an artist in your craft, come be on The Spotlight. Now that's art. Oh man, this doesn't seem right. Sloth? Oh no. Oh, my phone just died. Okay, I'll just stay calm. Sure do. What is... Oh god! Oh god! Oh jeez! What is that? Back at the Spotlight, I'm Rylan O'Connor. We're here with Sloth. Guys, thank you so much for letting us come out here and get a chance to know you a little bit better. So I know that you guys have all come from previous projects. You're not unfamiliar to the music scene. I'm wondering if y'all would be able to tell me a little bit about your history individually and how Sloth became a thing.
I came from the Durham kind of like Triangle area music scene. That's where I was most involved in high school. I played with bands like Student Health, Sleepwalker, and at one point in time, Dead Harmonics.
Awesome.
Oh man, I came from a Chicago suburb called Naperville.
All right.
Played music with nobody. It was a very interesting place to grow up, but a very fortunate place.
You were produced by Kanye.
Yeah,
early
dude,
on,
totally.
you
Grew
know.
up 45 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
what can I say?
Right.
No, but there was a big Chicago like punk rock scene that my cousin was a part of, and that definitely had an influence. But no, I came to Boone, met Bobby at a show, first show I went to. A week later, joined Sloth.
All right.
Pretty good routine.
Okay. Well, welcome to Boone.
Thank you.
I got my music start originally as a drummer. I was in the Triangle music scene with Jake, and that's actually how we met originally. I was in a band called In Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I came from Greensboro, and I wasn't really in the indie music scene there. Now I know that there's like some buzz going on there most of the time. But I was an orchestra guy in high school. That was kind of my major. I went to Weaver Academy, and art school vibes. And so I came up here, met Bobby around the way, found he needed a bassist for this Sloth business. So the rest is history, kind of.
Yeah, man. Well, now it makes sense to me why y'all's music is so, crazy, so intense. Is because a couple of y'all came from an art school, after all, and a
lot of pent up anger.
Yeah, right. So y'all have had the chance to play a couple of shows up here now. What has that been looking like? How has that felt to be able to come out on stage and perform for this community?
I mean, we'll have like anywhere from like 5 to 50 or 60 people. Or at Battle of the Bands, there was like 200-300 people out there or something, and it's just high energy, a lot of jumping, a lot of up and down. Got some crowd surfers, got some heavy moshing.
Okay.
No standing still. That's just the number one thing at the Sloth show.
All right, no standing still. How do y'all enforce that? Jake just takes the guitar and just smacks anybody in the back
There's
of the
nothing
head.
to it.
There's
Start
nothing
moving.
to it. You just kind of just walk up there, yell that you're Sloth, throw the sign, and everything just goes downhill from there.
You hit him with one of those, "We're Sloth and we're in move. 1, 2, 3, 4," and everyone just starts going crazy like that. That's
And then we play a
how
song
I
that's not
imagine
ours.
it.
Sounds like you've seen it.
Beyond just the shows that you guys have played at, I know you have a couple of singles out on Spotify now, and they're epic, dude. They're fantastic. It's fantastic music, guys. It's well produced. It sounds great. It sounds professional. What goes into that?
Sloth started just really as Jake and I just kind of messing around, and I just started writing these demos just on my computer. I would just start sessions and stuff like that, and just start trying to make something out of it, and then eventually we get some pretty solid demos, and those demos right now are what's on Spotify. We're working on the EP right now. That's been entirely recorded and produced in here.
Okay.
That we're really excited to get that out. But the singles still have a very special place in our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think they've got a pretty special place in a lot of people's hearts. A couple thousand listens, couple thousand streams, and it keeps going up. Y'all got to be pretty proud of that, I'd imagine.
So nice as just seeing kind of from where we started. I think now we have 125 monthly listeners.
Wow.
And coming from 2 months ago we were
30 maybe.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
these last few
In just 2
shows,
months.
Yeah.
these last few shows have just been so critical to us, that we've been able to go out there and just have so much fun, and people see it and people like it, and it's really cool to see it kind of all come together now.
Can you talk a little bit more about this evolution that's going on? What do you guys know about that? How has this scene changed, and how is it going to continue to change?
There's a cycle of a lot of new bands coming in. And then there's a lot of bands that have been around for a while that have made some really good steps forward in the community. And then a few bands have kind of dropped out. And it's time for some new ones to come in and kind of get their place set.
Yeah. Oh, there's just been he's right, a lot of new bands have come up, and some of them have come out swinging, some of them are taking it, wait until marriage, just taking it slow, and I don't know, I think it's cool to see some bands either just kind of slowly simmer and settle, and then also see other bands move out further outside of Boone, outside of North Carolina, and then I don't know, it's just nice that as things are going, there's things to replace and keep it full and keep it complete to a degree.
Yeah, and the bands that came before y'all laid the groundwork for y'all here, and y'all are doing the same thing for new projects and new musicians coming in, and that's got to feel really awesome.
Yeah, there's definitely a culture that was here with a lot of other bands, but it's nice to kind of respect that culture as a band and be able to give shows and fun times to people who just want to come to Boone and experience the house shows and the bars and the stuff. and what it feels like to get an elbow in the face.
That's right. So when this new music drops, where can we find you on streaming platforms, socials, and anything like that?
In terms of social media, our main source of promotion is Instagram, which is Sloth Band 828, Sloth with 2 H's. That's where we kind of post all our show flyers, all our announcements, everything like that. And then in terms of music, we'll also have a link tree or one of those kind of things in our Instagram bio that you can click on and take it to like our music on Bandcamp, Spotify, and Apple Music are the main 3 we have up there. And then other links, like we have an interview up there, I think, on YouTube. It takes you to it. But yeah, it'll be on all the streaming platforms that you use, and it'll be there and ready for listening.
Fantastic. Well, Sloth, thank you guys so much. Jake, Jack, Bobby, Xander. We're all looking forward to more of y'all's music and more of this contribution that you guys are to our wonderful community. Thank you so much for sitting down and doing this interview with us, and we're just so excited for y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
You gotta salmon me up. Look, come on, salmon. There we go, baby. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, nice. All right, so now we just gotta get. If you guys want to. Hi, I'm Arthur R. Viewer, and today I'd love nothing more than to talk you and walk you through the wonderful world of statues. We have plenty of beautiful statues here on App State's campus. Actually, if you look around, you might notice that I've had the pleasure of being invited to one of the nation's leading pre-statue gardens. It's where they incubate, it's where they form and they grow.
These are rocks.
Sorry, say that again?
They're rocks.
Why don't we just get on with it then? The statue behind me is titled Sounds of the Element. It's by Hannah Jubran from Grimesland, NC. It's made of stainless steel, bronze, and aluminum. When you look at this statue, the one right behind me, what do you think? Because personally, I see a squid. Well, I see other things that I probably shouldn't say on App TV, but mostly I see a large squid with a sunflower in the middle. Ooh, man alive. That statue? That's a pretty good statue. But I don't know if I'm really feeling it that much. I'm gonna have to give it a classic, an iconic 6 squid tentacles out of 18 squid tentacles. Moving on. The statue behind me goes by one name and one name alone. Cheese. Wait. No, sorry, that's not right. It's called the Double Wedge. It was made by Carl Billingsley from Greensboro, North Carolina, and it's made of painted steel. Double wedge involves the interplay of simple geometric shapes and the dynamics of primary colors. The reversal of the wedge shape and the composition creates uncertainty about the balance of the sculpture when seen from certain angles. I don't know if I really see that. I have to say, this one leaves me feeling a little uncomfortable, a little sad, a little frightened even. Yeah, I don't know how they allowed this to be on campus. Frankly, I think it's a little offensive. I'm gonna have to give it 2 cheese wheels out of 4 cheese wheels. Boy, do I have a treat for you guys. The artwork behind me is known locally as Stairs and Chairs, which reminds me of that good old app phrase, roll nears, crush beers. But unfortunately, that's not the name of this work. It's called Balancing at New Heights by Jonathan Pelletieri. He's actually a Charlotte native. Pretty interesting connection right there. This piece of art is all about balance, finding the fine line between 2 extremes. Now, when I first saw this, I read this as a commentary on Rent. You know, the artist being from Charlotte, I assume the stairs are a high rise up to a tiny little living area. 4 chairs out of 3. Let's keep going.
Mouth, how do you think the episode's been going so far? No. Thank you. That was very insightful. Now, this magnificent, beautiful piece of art behind me, I unfortunately can't actually look at. When I do, I tear up, thinking of the horse I never got as a child. But this beautiful piece is made by Jessica Bradshaw from Greensboro, and she likes painting metal, and it just is so beautiful. Do you think I can ride it? No, that's silly. That's goofy of me. Well, yeah, it's all about empathy, which is I think why I'm tearing up a little bit. I give it 3 knees out of 7. Thank you.
As I speak to incoming students, I get to see the excitement they have for this next phase of their lives. For some, they are the first in their families to go to college, and others are continuing a legacy of pursuing higher education. We know the journey through college is not always easy. Research tells us that obtaining a college education can be even more challenging for our students from underrepresented backgrounds. Appalachian Advocates is an opportunity to work with a cohort of faculty and staff who are willing to help foster a welcoming campus culture. Thank you for joining us.
Who's doing this interview?
I am. Where are you from?
Minnesota.
Salem, North Carolina.
What's your favorite color?
Green, yellow.
Who are you?
I'm John Stike. We're self-help.
We're self-help. Help yourself.
Where does the name self-help come
It was from our friend Desmond. She was a good friend of mine my freshman year here. We were hanging out in my dorm one night and listening to like this weird like self-help audio tape that I found, and she just said if you step into making a band, it's called self-help, and so I did.
I wanted to ask you guys how self-help even came to be. How'd you guys find each other and start the band?
We've all been friends for a long time, and I started writing songs, and they didn't sound very good when it was just me. So I had my boys come play songs with me, and now that they're pretty much their majority of the band. I'm just here, I'm just hanging out, and so yeah, I don't know, we're just all buddies, just friends. Yeah.
Good stuff. I always like to hear your friends to begin with.
Yeah.
Who was the first member you recruited to help you?
Davo here. But technically, Sam and I played music first in high school together.
Yeah.
So,
And some of the songs that John wrote after our first EP for the high school band became self-help songs, like Sick on a Saturday.
Oh, that's it? Oh, wow.
So technically,
It was funny you mentioned Sick on a Saturday, because I was actually just about to ask, because that song has gotten insanely popular just from the past couple of weeks. We saw it go from 200,000 to 400,000 streams on Spotify. Do you guys have any opinion on why it got so popular so quickly?
I don't know.
It is a Spotify algorithm kind of.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think somehow it just got picked up on Spotify. I don't know, you know?
Well, especially it's all instrumental too. It's like you wouldn't expect that to be like the most popular song. I love it though. It's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, we didn't really do anything. I kind of forgot about the song, and then but now we're getting tiny little checks for it. It's dope. And yeah, I don't know. It's
But I think I can speak for a lot of people in Boone and maybe even New York when I say that Whippets is absolutely a fan favorite. But I was wondering if you guys had a favorite song of yours.
I really like playing Infection, and then we have probably like 8 or so new songs that we're doing on this tour that I like a lot of those too.
Yeah, I like the stuff that nobody's heard. That's the stuff I like.
New stuff. Yeah.
I'd say check it out, but you can't yet. You can't.
Check it out. Come to the
You gotta
show.
wait a little bit.
Come to the show.
Let's go. How does the music scene in New York differ from the music scene down here in Boone?
It's really wide. It's
Yeah?
like you have to throw a pretty big net.
Yeah.
It's like find shows and to find bands to play with.
I'm gonna say, because down here we got like 5 house show venues. Now we have like 1 or 2 at best, and up there it's literally infinite bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like when you're playing in Boone, you can kind of like take everything a little bit more from like a relaxed standpoint. And then moving to New York, I kind of realized that I need to like hit the shed and practice a little bit more because there's so many good bands that you see. So it's been endearing to like practice a lot more than I did when I was here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, all the bands are really good. People don't listen as much, and it's a lot harder, which is cool. It's fun.
Well, you definitely have your OG crowd down here in Boone.
Yeah,
Spent right here as a fanboy.
We got the hometown boys, and but we're making it happen in New York as best we can. Yeah, there's a lot of places to play, lots of bands, lots of cool people. So yeah, it's similar in that way to Boone.
I was going to ask you guys, what did your parents think when you guys decided to really pursue music and make the huge jump of going all the way out to New York?
Yeah. My parents have always been like ridiculously supportive of me playing music. It's just like it's kind of scary to be like, hey, mom and dad, I'm gonna like do try a difficult thing. I hope you guys are cool with this. But they've been really helpful and they're really happy. So I think they like it.
Yeah. What about the rest of them? Supportive for sure. Yeah. Yeah, they just want me to live my own life, I guess. So it's cool. Yeah.
Just when you got the house.
Yeah, my mom actually saw us play last night in Charlotte for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's
That's
pretty
awesome.
much ever. Like, she saw us play at
That's gotta be
Lost Province like 5 years ago. But like, yeah, it was the first time she came out to like a real show that wasn't just mostly covers. So
Charlotte
it's
is
cool.
the Madison Square Garden of the South.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure she loved the lyrics of Whippets too.
Yeah. You know,
There's gotta be somewhere else I can fool around on my computer. Feeling lost in this coffee shop. Everyone here knows I'm a loser. It's not true, but yes it is. I'm smoking cigs and taking whippets.
Sam and Nick, y'all got any?
My parents are immigrants, so they're not that stoked. If I'm being honest. But I think they've started to notice like the success that John pulls and like all the like emotion we have for this stuff and the passion, so that they're starting to understand. Yeah.
That's great. It must have been scary like, moving to New York. Like, was there any kind of like build up to it, or was it just like, no, I gotta go? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, for me, it was just I lived here for like 7 years, and then COVID happened, and rent was really cheap in New York, and it just kind of felt like if there was a time to do it,
That was like the kick of the pants you needed for it.
Yeah. And like,
Yeah, you live here long enough, and all your friends start to leave, and then you wonder like, well, what am I doing here? You know, and then it's a great town, you know, but definitely got a time limit on it.
Yeah, it's a little bit more transient.
What's some advice you guys would have for anyone else trying to pursue a serious musical career? Because it seems like you guys have encountered a bit of success already.
don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Because you'll probably be disappointed. And maybe not. I don't know. We're having fun, and we have little to no expectations. So that's,
definitely put having fun as like the #1 priority. And then whenever you have like random free time in the day and you're just like watching TV, just like play guitar with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Practice whenever you want to. Don't stress yourself out too much.
And lose the ego. Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Any questions you want to ask us? It's kind of a curveball at you guys.
Did you guys plan your outfits together?
Maybe. Are we wearing them?
Are we wearing shit?
This is embarrassing.
What are you
Let's go!
To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice.
This place rocks. And rolls.
A place where you can get out.
A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
Hi, my name is Melissa Weddle, and I'm Department Chair of Recreation Management and Physical Education at Appalachian State University. We offer 2 degree-granting programs, one in Recreation Management with a focus in Outdoor Experiential Education, Recreation and Park Management, and Commercial Recreation and Tourism. Our second degree-granting program in Health, Physical Education, and Coaching offers teacher certification for public schools in health and physical education. You can get a minor or certificate in coaching. We are the front porch to the Beaver College of Health Science, where our focus is on quality of life, wellness, and physical activity. We're located in the beautiful mountains of Boone, North Carolina, so come join us, check out our website, or take a class.
This is Sloth X Flyboy Rye. 1, 2, 3, 4.